Okay, today's project is to install a 12-volt refrigerator freezer into the PilotHouse. And let me show you where I'm going to install it. And this is a 12-volt refrigerator that's made for boats. So it can withstand shocks, vibration and all that. And also this refrigerator freezer is designed to have a 30 degree of inclination. That way the compressor can keep working. So if you get a regular 12-volt fridge, it may not work on your boat if you have your boat bow sticking up. And let me show you inside the freezer. This is the freezer. It has a light here, LED light. And if you notice here, it has slots here for the cans of drinks. And they have an indentation here, that way they don't move. So it's not a lot of vibration at all in the fridge. So this fridge is definitely designed for a boat. Let me show you where I'm going to install it. Okay, it's going to be right here between the seats. The fridge is going to be right here behind the seat. It fits perfect. I just need to make a little notch right here on the starboard, so that way it fits right in this corner here. And it's going to be attached to here, here, and the wall here. And of course, the fuel tank is behind here. But this wall is this thick, so I bought some small screws, so it's not going to penetrate all the way through and hit the fuel tank. Something that you got to make sure before you drill anywhere, where your tank's located at. All right, let's get started. Okay, so that's where the fridge is going to go. So I have to now design a cabin with starboard, which will be this cabin material. Okay, right here, this is sticking out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this portion up here, but this portion down here, I have to cut it and bevel it this way. That way the fridge goes against the wall, and I can use this to attach it to the frame here. And this is going to be attaching to the starboard. So I have to cut it. So I have to mark it. And since this has only one screw here, I will need to put one screw here and another one here to protect this from moving around. Okay, I already cut this here, bended it, and rivets instead of screws here and here. That way it's more stronger. And let's see how it fits. Okay, it fits perfect. As you can see, it fits here perfect. So I have plenty of room here between the chair, so I can put the starboard right here. once I move the chair, you'll see that this is going to hit there. I need to cut a little bit through here. That way the chair can pivot all the way around. So now that I made this cut here, this is going to be a tray that's going to be up here. But now, when I pivot the chair, the little adjuster right there, it's going to go through no problem. Now here is where the compressor is at. So, right there. So we want to make openings here, so that way the compressor can get some ventilation. So I'm going to make some marks here so I can get the grill intake done. Okay, I got the marks already. I'm going to make some holes, and that way the jigsaw can go in there. Alright, the ventilation for the fridge is done. This is where the ventilation is going to go through to cool down the compressor. Very important to get that done, so that way you get proper ventilation from the compressor. You see, this is the condenser right here. Air is going to flow right through there, cooling down the condenser and the compressor right here. Very important. If you don't do that, you will consume more power and the unit's going to work a lot harder. You don't want that. You'll waste more power that way. Okay, now I have both sides momentarily fitted here. They're not screwed in yet because I'm still working how to customize this. But this is going to be the top. This is going to be the top. Now what I'm missing is the front here, the front there. Use stainless steel screws. Put the drill bit in reverse. See, the finish looks really good because I flushed them almost 80%, so you hardly feel them. And it looks good. And see, I have a bucket right under, so it works perfect. Now I have to install the bottom of the cabinet. The reason you see some indentations, like right here and here, is because there's some screws there on the fridge that I don't want to lose any room. Alright, looks really good. The reason I'm building this very strong is because it's going to be pounded on the waves. So we want some extra strength. See, right there's brush, so it's not going to do any damage to the fridge. See, I open another hole in the back, so the air that comes here from the compressor would exit through this part of this hole here, and some of the other air through this side. But I made this one because I want the right side of the compressor to also get ventilation. So now all I need to do here is place a small bracket here so I can screw the cabinet to, and I'll show you where else I'm going to put some brackets. But before I install that bracket, I'm going to make sure it fits here. Okay, the cabinet looks great. Let's see if the fridge fits in here. Fits perfect. But before I install it, put brackets everywhere and screw it down to the top deck of the hull of the boat. I want to make these corners a little bit better looking. I got this very inexpensive Ryobi router. Got it on Amazon, very cheap. Let's see how it works. Instructions, tools. It came with bits. That's why I got this one, because it's very inexpensive to have bits. Looks like this is a guard. It goes right in here to protect stuff flying around. One of these bits is going to be the best. tie the bit. Okay, the bit's not going nowhere. Now here's the routing. I'm gonna get a blade and I'm gonna remove any excess little splinters here. Now to continue, I need to place a bracket here. This one. Screw down here. I got this marine adhesive sealant that I want to put on the screw there. That way there's no moisture intrusion in there. So I want to put a little bit in there. This is very good adhesive. And once I place it there, I also want to get the screw and put a little bit there. I want to drive this screw right here. I want to put it there. Before I place the other two screws, I want to pre-drill, and I want to put some marine sealant on those two. Now that it's done, I want to take this screw out and drill the other holes. Repeat this one here too again. Now I can place the piece in here. Because definitely you don't want no water intrusion into any holes you drill on top. Alright, this bracket is set. Now I can place the cabinet here. See that bracket there? This is where the fridge is gonna land, right there. See, now I'm gonna drill right through here and put some screw attachment here. Now, before I start drilling in here, I want to put the fridge in to see how it fits. Alright, it fits perfect. Right back there, and also on this side here. Now with the pencil, I'm going to mark the floor to make sure exactly where the cabinet's going to go. And I want to install the cabinet and be able to remove the fridge like a drawer. That way, if I need to service it in the future, I'm able to take out the fridge out of here. Or if it breaks, I want to put a new one, I can do the same. Okay, I'm going to mark right here. And I'm going to mark back here too. And right here also. Now I'm going to attach the cabinet to the other starboard piece that I put here. Now I have to put a piece of aluminum bracket from here to that corner there, and another bracket from here up, so it can hold here and the bottom here. But very important, once I drill, to use some of this adhesive marine silicone on the holes. That way there's no water intrusion through there. I'm going to pre-drill real quick. And now I'm going to drill. Okay, now I'm going to vacuum it. This is the screws that I'm using, stainless steel. Now again, I'm going to use a lot of this on the holes here. Okay, I have plenty of it here. Place the bracket. So every time I place a screw, I'm going to fill it up with the marine adhesive. That way there's 100% no water intrusion through there. I'm going to place another one, then I'm going to tie it down. I'll place another one, then I'm going to tie it down. I'm going to place the last one on this side, See, there's marine adhesive all over the screw, which that's great. That's what we want. All right, the cabinet is all done. It's very, very strong. I can hardly move it. Very, very strong. And how I attached it was with a beam here, attached down here to the side here, plate, and down here I used marine silicone adhesive to drill those holes and put plenty on the holes and also on the screw. That way there's no water intrusion to the floor. And put some screws here and all the way to the top, a bracket that would hold everything together. Very strong. Alright, so all I gotta do now is install the fridge. That's gonna make it more solid because it's gonna go all the way around. Alright, I'm gonna slide that fridge in there. Alright, fit it perfect. Now I'm gonna screw it to the cabinet. I'm gonna use long ones. First, I'm gonna open the door so I don't scratch the door. Alright, that's perfect there. Now this little piece that I bended to the other side, I would like to put some screws here to give it more strength. Alright, the fridge is installed. Alright, it's all done. It's very strong, feels very solid, doesn't move at all. That's good because when I'm pounding the waves, it needs it. And now when I pivot the chair around, I can swivel it all the way around with no problems. That way if I want to sit looking towards the back of the PilotHouse, I can see the fishing rod moving and I can jump out there. So that's why I made that feature like that. Very important to make it move around like that for me. Very functional too, because that space back there, you couldn't do that much with there. And I can push the chair back also with no problems. And when the chair goes up and down, also there will be no problems at sea. So I had to think about all those things when I was building the chair. You open it, it opens to the outside, so I'm able to get beverages from the front, and also the freezer, easy to get to. And it's 73 watts, very low consumption of 12 volts. With the battery, you can run it all day, and you won't have any problems with losing power. And I like how the door gets out of the way towards the back of the other door. closes the locks, so nothing will come off from the fridge. And also when I open the door, there's not a lot of blockage, only 1 inch. That was very important for me. And I apologize for this mess. Huge mess back here that I have to clean up now. A lot of tools to get this done. And this is where I'm going to place all my electronics. I also going to put a battery back there, and that way I can power the fridge from there, and some outlets that I'm going to put there. Very functional. It's not on the way at all. And the vent for the condenser and the compressor works really good. Ventilates really good. I will place a link in the description below for the starboard and some of the equipment that I use for this improvement on my boat. If you want to show your appreciation of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.